Hello everyone, and welcome to the 100 subscriber Q&A. Before we get started, I just want to thank all of you so much for sticking around. Really, it means so much that I can entertain all of you. I'm so proud to be here right now, so thank you. Alright, enough being sappy. Let's get started. So our first question comes in from Lilac Lover, or Lilac Lover. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. She asks, "You good, bro?" I'm living every day as it comes. Some days are bad, some days are good, but ultimately, I wouldn't trade it for the world. Thank you for asking. Lynn asks, "How was it when you first started your YouTube channel?" Well, I wasn't actually very sure of myself at all. I actually had to get a decent amount of convincing from some friends to start it. They said I had the voice for it, but I was not so confident in my ability. My first video, the ASMR Discord friend, was halfway a joke, and halfway something to help people feel better in the current climate of the world. It was my attempt to make something that everyone could appreciate. After that, I realized I could make a small series out of it, but I also didn't want to get burned out on it. So I decided to balance it out with a book reading every other week, specifically with what I consider to be one of the greatest stories of all time, The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. I really do hope you guys are enjoying that story, by the way. Anyway, I wasn't really ever too sure if I had made something that was that appealing in the beginning, because I really do care about what you all think of my content. So, watching the views alternate from video to video was a rather confusing experience, and not a very good method to tell what you guys liked more, especially in the early stages of having barely 20 subscribers. But I chose to keep at it regardless. I knew that the best way to see what people thought was good old-fashioned trial and error, and I have to say I'm quite pleased with the results. Tram Arn asks 3 questions. Oh my. How long does it usually take for you to make a video? The second question, do you practice before recording for the audiobook? And the third question, why are you so good? Well, to answer your first question, it takes me about a week. I script a video and make the thumbnail over the course of 5 days, record either on day 5 or day 6, and edit with the remaining time. I know my videos aren't that long, but that's only because I have a few other things to help me with, well, living. I do hope you all understand why the videos are so short. I do apologize that I can't make them longer. To answer your second question, I do practice a little bit, but usually I just hit record on the old Adobe Audition, and if I mess up a line, I do it again and edit the old one out in post. And let me tell you, some words in that story are very confusing. I kept wanting to say huluvu instead of huluvu. Huvulu. Who is it? I don't even... Huvulu. Huluvu? I don't know which one it is. I'd have to go back and check. Oh well. As for your third question, well, it is called Good Boy Audios. Wouldn't make much sense if I wasn't good. Unless that was your question. In which case, let me ask you something. Is it Good Boy Audios or Good Boy Audios? Ooh. Kea Ra asks, I'm sorry, I do hope I'm pronouncing the names correctly. What inspired you to make these videos? Well, generally speaking, it's a combination of things. Whether it be other ASM artists doing their own thing and inspiring me, my friends coming up with strange yet interesting ideas, or sometimes I just get hit in the head with something amazing. The Don't Hire Me series is something that was suggested to me by a friend, and I decided to make it funny rather than a static ASMR series. The ASMR videos were just sort of ideas that are thrown around by me and my friends, and the audiobook is actually inspired from a dead YouTube channel that used to read it all the time. However, the person running that channel, she not only stopped reading it, but she's been gone for about 2 to 3 years now. It's pretty sad, really. I do hope I'm paying her channel a decent homage, even if what I do is less than an ASMR series and more of a make you laugh series. Well, that's all we have. Thank you all so much for your kind words and wonderful questions. I do hope I gave you all the answers you wanted. If you did post a question and I didn't get round to it, I do apologize. If and when we get to 200 subscribers, we'll do another Q&A, so if you want to ask me more questions, well, be sure to share me around so we can get there. One last thing, for the foreseeable future, this will be the pattern of the weekly uploads. Next week I will post a new ASMR video. Then, the week after, a new Hitchhiker's reading. After that, a new episode of Don't Hire Me. Pilot edition, ooh. And finally, I'm starting a small ASMR series called The Logs of Landstar, a sci-fi series about the documented logs of the people in a universe of my own design. It should be super fun, so look out for that. Until then, thank you all once again for 100 subscribers, and I will see you all next week.